Good afternoon. We are one of a group. Our group is composed by Ángel Reyes, Daniel Figuereo, Joanny del Rosario, Jose Valenzuela, Alfred Segura, and Michelle Anina. As introduction, we are going to explain the Unit 6, 7, 8, and 9. We are going to emphasize every important point about every unit, principal ideas, each important concept that is part of the know-how as a technician within the automotive area. Its relevance is important to know that each of these units includes new knowledge, since we know each of these characteristics in Spanish, and it is very gratifying to know it also in English because it opens up a new opportunity for us. And now we are going to present the lesson learned about these units. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rachel del Rosario and I am going to explain the Unit 6 basic actions. First, we need to know what basic actions are actions that are not performed by performing any other action, simply things we daily do. As mechanics, when we are on the workshop, we are doing a lot of things, many actions. If we have an instructor or we're teaching someone how to do something, it is really important to know what terms we are going to use, because misunderstandings could be big mistakes. The models that we read while we try to learn something uses the words that we saw in this vocabulary as insert, switch, pull, flip, unscrew, screw, drive, strip, etc. This unit teaches us many things, and I am going to make an example with the terms learned in this unit how to change a light bulb. Step 1. Turn off the power. Step 2. Allow the bulb to cool. Step 3. Remove the old bulb. Step 4. Insert the replacement bulb. Step 5. Switch on the power. Dispose of your old bulb. I think this unit is very important because we're always doing actions, we're always doing something, and it is really important to know what is the name of the action, and we can expand our vocabulary most on the workshop.
Hi, I'm Sheila Nina and I'm going to talk about the Unit 7. The name of this unit is Material, and it's right about the materials is made of our cars. The first time I'm going to mention the properties of a materials. The mechanical properties of a materials are those properties that involve a reaction to an applied load. The mechanical properties of metals determine the range of a usefulness of a materials and establish the service life that can be expected. The mechanical properties are also used to help classify and identify materials. Some properties of materials are elasticity, shaping after deformation when the external forces are removed. And then we have the ductility, is enabling to be drawn into wide application. Ductility, materials commonly used in the engineering. Some materials like have ductility are nickel, aluminum, zinc, etc. Plasticity, this material retains the deformation produced under load permanently. The malleability to be flamed into the sheets under applications of heavy composites forced without hot or cold working. Those properties are so important into the industry areas because they can determine and know how to create new devices dependent on this material. When we think of cars, we think of metals, and it's true. The car manufacturers use steel to build the frames of car trucks. They use cast iron for this durability to make engines blocks. A lightweight aluminum is perfect for wheel rims, but plastics and fiberglass make up much cars' bodies these days. Glass is used to make windows and mirrors, and black rubber every tight underwear. Of course, there are softer materials too. Leather is commonly of the finest car. Into the engine we can find a lot of pieces that contribute with the operation of the engine. For example, the pistons are made of aluminum. Basically, in these days, the engines and cars are made of plastics, aluminum with different alloys, depending of the operation. In the case of the exterior car, made of comfortable materials for some transit accident and security of the driver. This unit is very important because we learn and know the materials of the principal means of transport that are the cars. Thank you.
Symbols are pictures that represent something. In general, symbols are known within the context where they are found. In mathematics, symbols often represent operation or relationship between number or value. Interpretation of unit A is equal comes to n plus add minus less subtract times multiply by 78 1212. Some symbols of the unit are plus, minus, multiply by, divided by, plus or minus, is greater than, is less than, is equal to, is not equal to, is similar to, is congruent to, infinity, is greater than or equal, is less than.
Hello, my name is Alfred, and this is the importance of the sing and song of team. Mathematical things are important to perform any type of the operation in the best possible way. Even if they are also important, that can change an entire calculation. If the best result mathematical is of great importance for the development and evolution today. Um, Theta. Theta zeta of theta is the eighth layer of Greek alphabet and as a vowel of 9 in the Greek number system. NP7. NP7. In mathematics, the same represents an NP7 that is it has no element. Integral. In mathematics, integral is the same that indicate the integration and the result of integrate a differential expression. A person. This is the thing with which you can count the percent of the number. It is also a lot business for population and that.
Hello, my name is Angel Reyes and we're talking about measurement. It's the unit 9. Fastener and tools use imperial measurement or metric, and knowing the difference is important. It prevents you from rounding off a fastener damaging tools or causing injury. If you don't know item size, use a micrometer or other caliper to measure it. Check centimeters or millimeters for metric tools. Look at inches for imperial tools. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Daniel Figueiredo. I'm going to talk about volume and weight. Volume is equal to the space occupied by a body. Weight is the force weight with which the earth attracts a body due to the action of gravity. The The main unit of volume is the cubic meter. Other volume units are cubic kilometer, cubic hectometer, and cubic decameter, um, among others. There are many more units of mass measurement, but the most commonly used are kilogram, hectogram, decagram, gram, decigram, centigram, milligram, etc. Volume is used in the carrier to determine the size of each cylinder, and each cylinder is added to a turbo, which is the displacement of the engine itself. The size of the combustion chambers is squared as the capacity of the oil pan, and the capacity of the cooling system must be known and calculated. Each of these components is marked using math along with spatial torque.
To conclude, we saw many units and we explained all of them in this video. We saw basic actions that tell us how to do something, and we learned which term to use when we are going to do something as pull, strip, drive, flip, screw, etc. We also saw the parts of the car. We saw glass, rubber, steel, fiberglass. We saw that the car is most made by steel, and the pneumatics of the car are made by rubber. We could refresh our brain with numbers and symbols as plus, minus, equals, divided by, multiplied by, and then we saw the last unit, measurements, as liter, pound, centimeters. All these units we saw taught us many things that we can mix between and use in our daily life.